allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Council will be sure to conduct the business on behalf of citizens of Advance, Indiana, and to hear from various departments as a progress of their activity. Public is invited to attend as observer of the council proceeding and occasionally allow input towards a particular subject. The council, when the council adopt the rules of order, no one shall speak unless they're recognized by the council president. Once they're recognized, speakers shall stand, state their name, state their purpose. For addressing council, speakers shall remain on the subject of discussion and shall not introduce any new matter for further discussion. No profanity or vulgarity would be allowed by the council in session. Those who are allowed to speak from the government will be permitted to speak 3 minutes the first time, 2 minutes the second time, 1 minute the last time, to the matter of the current subject. Council by statute has the final authority in all matters to this session, and shall conduct the meeting in such manner as deemed necessary to obtain order in the proceeding. If the resident would like to discuss a new concern, request a speak card must be completed and turned to the clerk treasurer no later than Wednesday prior to the council meeting. Forms received after the data will be placed on the next agenda. The council shall take reasonable steps to maintain order in the meeting, including the removal of any person who willfully disrupts meeting. Who willfully destructive enemy. You cause trouble, we'll throw you out. I'm gonna throw you out, but Brad will do that after he tases you.
I've tasted it for a long time.
Okay, the first order of business, and it's RT insurance, all the stuff that you online or I think for us, we don't have to do it until the end of the year, or something we need to hold on till then. Gary Levy, engineering report, the community crossing grant received. We received approval for a community crossing grant, and Gary has, sure already talked to him about proceeding with the bidding process. We have to have all bids in to the state by end of February. In other words, we have to have contracts bid on and the bids approved by the end of February.
It went from 120.
Well,
It went from 120 days to secure contract.
we need to approve the minutes from the November 10th county council meeting.
Motion to approve the minutes from November 10th, 2025.
Second.
All fair say aye.
Who said second? Sandy.
I make a motion to consider
I know
claims.
much in this report.
Motion to approve the minutes or claims from December 8th.
Claims from December 8th, 2025.
Second.
And claims for, December, $198,045.94. We have the prior contract payment, which.
Signature.
Yes.
All fair say aye.
Thank you. There was a few things that are paid at the end of the year that increased. So they're not priced.
We're to review reconciliation for North Salem State Bank, November 2025, in October by me and Wayne Mellon.
So the fund balance and reconcile balance for bank account, $1,172,816.18. They're both the same, so I'll have you guys here, so I don't have that. And BNY Mellon just have receipts, and their fund and reconcile balance was $23,741.71. Here's this one to sign.
Okay, court treasurer update.
Fund and appropriation report, any questions on that? Sort of being my mind. So,
Council consider adjustment for November.
There's only one adjustment, it was the fire department adjustment for water for $182.73.
And motion to approve the adjustment.
Make a motion to approve adjustments for 182.73.
All in favor, say aye.
Seconded. Next for approval is the letter agreement that we have to do this every year with Trax, that we pay them $3 to write the letters notifying people when they have a match and for Jim to sign.
Can we have a motion to approve that?
Yeah, I make a motion to approve it.
Okay.
All in favor, say aye. What about the 26 pay period?
Can you sign that first, please?
Do we have to approve 26 pay period for 2026?
Yes.
Okay, motion to approve 26 pay period for 2026.
Motion. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Yes.
We need to schedule a year-end meeting because there's a bunch of items on the second part of this, and we can't do it until the end of the year. When can we have a meeting at the end, towards the end of the year? We just have to have one more meeting to the end of this year.
So what about the Monday, the 22nd?
And that's the best I can.
Because that's not going to interfere with the fire department meeting.
We don't have a meeting, we don't have a
So
meeting.
you don't have one in December. Okay. And that will give me plenty of time to advertise it.
With that, 22nd, 2 weeks,
Wait a second.
7 p.m.
Oh, I have someone else to talk about. I can't remember this, Oh, no, it's during the morning, I just remember. Okay, we're good.
So I said the 22nd.
You just have to reschedule.
Good.
Good. It's on December 22nd, so I will post notice on that.
Okay.
That's
Second page, utility contract, or no, park here up next.
The Janesville chapter of the DAR banner program is underway. Applications available to town hall and be available online as well. Cost is $125, and the deadline is 12/31 of 2025. We have 5 confirmed paid so far, possibly a 6th, and we have 3 possible renews. And then Kyle Kersley's banner is missing again. It has disappeared once again. If you notice, the Christmas tree is lit in town. Thank you to everybody that came out on Saturday and helped put the tree together and enjoyed hot cocoa and the lighting. Thank you for the barber shop. That was a warm place to have cocoa. The date for the 250th celebration is Saturday, May 16th of 2026. There will be an organizational meeting. We've already had our first meeting. First organization meeting, brainstorming. When's the next meeting, Jim? Do we know?
Next meeting, what?
For the 250th celebration, do we have another meeting planned?
We always say that sometime in January, isn't it?
Put on the calendar.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, I just didn't know.
Give me a second.
Could you let me know?
And, we cut a real tree this year. The tree was donated by Wall Street Treats and the park department this year. Cocoa Station was at the barber shop. sponsored by Park Wall Street Trees. Motion to close. That's good. That's it for me. Caroling, Christmas caroling,
We're gonna discuss a date.
Right, I can't find mine.
We may do 2 different days. So we'll put it out there on Facebook.
Okay, it's on the 13th.
13th of January.
Oh, what's that, 7?
January
7th in the
7th.
morning.
Oh, I'm not coming.
What day of the week is that?
It's, I think it's a Tuesday.
Tuesday,
Okay.
Was it January what?
13th.
13th?
Does everyone get any like grants or anything for?
I don't know. What, you gonna play some? You wanna play for a grant?
Yeah.
We might have
What's a
actually,
grant?
we might actually have time to move forward, because some things are in motion. The planets are starting to move, and, we may be able to do some things. But we can't talk about that here.
Okay.
I've already talked to the bank about some money for that. I'm gonna talk to Keystone about that, some money for that.
I know, but we can do.
We talked about our gas, it's gonna take probably $5,000, but that's what the big process, but we also talked about having a bunch of vendors that come in and they will pay us
Okay.
for spaces. So real deal is, if you put on a celebration, you don't have to pay everybody until the end of the day. So the more money you raise during the day, you can do that. Been there, done that.
Setting up that stage.
Kissing
Hell,
I
you can set that stage. I'm gonna show you where it's at, you can sit.
have done it before.
You're gonna get the dunking.
We're doing the kissing booth at the barber shop for you.
Okay, anything else, guys?
We're good. We're good.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, utility contractor reports.
Trying to review that.
Yep.
Reading that, both water and wastewater plants are running as they should be with no violations to report. Total gallons a month for November is 747,000, the bill was 672,500, leaving a loss of 74,500 or 10%. Flushing of the water system was conducted last month. The generator has an RPM sensor bad and is being repaired. I still need to verify the 5 customers with galvanized lines. I'm sending out letters this week. This is for the lead, LSLI lead service line inventory that was implemented by IDEM and the EPA. The VUV system has been taken out of service for the winter.
Okay, hoppers?
Pretty much, we got 8 tanks pumped last week. Snow removal, we was gonna turn the water on 206 well. I called the lady, she said, don't turn it on, so I didn't turn it on. Checked for a leak at 323 west wall. Their guy said it was close to the, water leak or water meter. I went out there and checked, it wasn't. On the snow, I called Carla, I did find the leak, it's about 30 or 40 yards up in their yard. So it's not on us. We winterized the restrooms. By the way, I do need a key.
You get a key yet?
No, I don't have it yet. but-
You're gonna have one made for it, key.
I do need a key because, close your right. I had to break in to get in there. So,
I made concrete blocks, you know, so hard.
huh?
Never mind.
Something fire department taught me is freaking
How to
Jimmy
lock.
without destruction. Upcoming jobs, obviously locates, pump septic tanks. We did, Carla and Sherry told us we had about 20 to go. That was counting the 8 that I did last week. And today I did the other 12, so we are done for pumping tanks for the year.
Cool. Anything else? Info. You want to read the info?
There are 3 service requests, no poles were installed, and 1 emergency outage.
Okay, so the commissioners report, there was no IFA meeting in November. The next meeting will be this Friday. The system that the power cut over from 200 north will happen sometime after the first year. I talked to Mike Adams about that. They're not ready. The whole construction project won't be done until probably February. What they have to do is, they're gonna do it, supposedly they said they start at 10 o'clock on a Sunday night and be done by 4 o'clock in the morning. They have 6 hours of doing that. They gotta watch two things. One, the weather, and the other thing is they gotta bring all the people. They have another group just like we had here on the east side of the state, and bring all those people in at one time and have all of them do the work to get it done as quickly as possible. They'll shut the power off, start converting everything once they're sure, when he said every transformer's been converted and confirmed to be converted, then they'll turn the power back on. But that's sometime after the first year, and they will notify the office plenty of time to notify the customer. That's what all the things are yellow line, have to wait for the year. Comcast, Comcast, can we sign an agreement on that?
No, not yet. We're still waiting on the latest draft to come back from the Comcast attorney. He sent an email apologizing for the delay. And so we're hoping to get on a call this week or next to get it.
Who's say about time to drop it?
It's funny when they get it to us, they are asking out every day, and when it's them, it's months.
ISC halftime report, we heard, most of the board members here for the, ISC services report. Everything's looking really good. Things are getting better all the time. The response time they have for most of the stuff is fairly quickly. And, we're not having as many outages as we used to have. We used to have a lot of outages. I mean, years ago, every time the wind blew, the power was out. Now, if the power's out, it's usually due to me. So, any questions on, I see halftime report?
And there are, halftime reports, you're welcome
Okay.
to get those, and there's also calendars that we were.
Well, I got them. Okay, next thing up is the utility issues. As a board, it's our responsibility to make sure equipment gets purchased, the budget, we approve the budget, we approve all the costs. I have a bunch of issues that have been hanging for a long time. We need to order a couple of AMI meters and put in place somewhere out around the chip school to make sure they work. Then find out what the cost of the best possible ones we can get that work. And then order more to replace them because we have several meters that aren't recording, or that's go around reading. That doesn't work. That's telling her she should not have to leave the office.
You're talking about water.
Water only.
Okay.
Okay, AMI water meters, can I get a motion to approve purchase of 2 AMI water meters?
I'll make a motion to purchase 2 meters.
All in favor, say aye. Okay, we need to set,
I was gonna say, I want to explain that we have to go utility supply because it's compatible with input.
yeah, that's, I don't care where we get it, as long as they work, you know what I'm saying? That's-
Well, compatibility and the
Yeah.
input system.
Yeah, policy on winter shut-offs. We talked about, we've got people that can't pay their bills, and we shouldn't shut them off if the weather's bad. Well, what's the standard for when the weather's bad? Well, I looked that up, and weather has to be above 32 degrees for 24 hours. Of course, to shut that off. And right now, this winter's gonna be bad. I guarantee it, it's already been bad, it's gonna get worse probably for sure. And people are gonna struggle to pay their bills because of the cost of energy, heat them and cool. And I wanna make sure we don't shut a person's utilities off. And then they go in and have to zip them up in a body bag like I've done in the past. We had fire out here with space heaters, because a lady died and she died. I don't wanna do that. So let's make sure, we would set a policy that it has to be above 32 degrees for at least 24 hours before we shut the power off.
And that's how we've always done it.
Who else does that? I'm curious. Or do you want
It's
to-
a-
We've always done that in
It's
my
a state
office.
standard.
We've never shut anybody off if it's gonna be below. Number one, that for safety of the people, but we also don't wanna have lines freeze that we would have to replace. So,
Right.
yeah, that's just a
I was just
a
curious.
human,
Well,
decent human being to do.
yeah, but let's set this as a written policy.
Yeah, we can add it to it.
Okay, and this for policy. One of the things we needed, Amy, you gotta do this for us.
Yeah.
We need to have a territory, water and sewer territory from Dover to 74. We need that as quickly as we can get it because of the fact Lebanon's already got a water and sewer territory all the way from Lebanon to Dover. and they were trying to eat at the county. Once you put water and sewer in territory, then nobody else can get into that. And we would love to annex everything from here to Dover to there, but annexing is hard, almost incredible. There's people want to annex on the Advance, but they have to be content, they have to be next to each other. I can get that done. I've talked for the last 3 years, I've tried to talk to township trustees to do it like they did. I can't get them to budge on that either. So let's settle water territory, water and sewer territory, that will run off the edges. Is that okay? Can you get a consensus or we want to vote on it?
Does that mean we're responsible for?
We're not responsible.
That means, exactly.
That means if you want to put water or sewer in, you have to pay for it.
Okay.
Let's get a vote on that too, so we can say that that's in the record for the board. Make a motion to do that.
Make a motion for setting up a water and sewer district. Second.
On fair, say aye. Aye. Okay, then next up, Sharon and I talked about this, and I think Amy may have talked about it. Pilot, which is because of Senate Bill 1, we're gonna get jerked around on taxes. Well, one of the things we can do is we can set up a plan to charge the utilities, which is called a payment in lieu of taxes. We need to set up, it's a formula that you set up on what your utilities are worth, and you pay a certain amount of taxes on that, and that would supplement what we've got so we don't go in the hole. Now, there's a lot of towns that don't have their own utilities like we do. Thorntown, Jamestown, and Advance do, but Lebanon might have it. Whitestown does it, Zionsville does it. So, but I don't care about that, I care about us. So we need to look into it. Peter can look at that, because,
It would be Jared from,
Yeah, from Jared, I think we just need a little.
and I already talked about that. We can
we did that, IPA did that for the solar park.
Yeah.
So we
It's
attached.
very common, I mean, it's nothing.
And that'll help keep our general fund going.
Okay, from what I've been told, Comcast is set up to do the actual work, even though we haven't signed a pole tech agreement in 26. Just so you know what's going on there. Also, Duke is supposed to do an upgrade next year that will reduce the cost for power by getting a higher voltage. Mike said in the halftime report, they're supposed to bring 67,000 kVA to us. The higher the voltage delivered to us, the less we're charged. In other words, if we were paying 10 cents, now we might have to pay 9.5 cents, which cuts it down. And if we get the system converted over, we get less line loss, and we shouldn't have to raise rates. That's my guess. I don't want to have to raise rates.
Will that be before we switch over then, that they do that, or after, or will
No,
that
there-
cause us to lose more because there's not enough strength?
Well, so Duke is supposed to do the upgrade in the next year or two. So we gotta start looking down the road. And that's my next thing is, we need to take a look at once they get the conversion from 200 north, we need to talk to him about looking at all the transformers we got AdMax and check and see which one are dual voltage, one are single voltage, and start converting some of them right away. In other words, over the next couple of years, what we can afford to do, I don't want to bankrupt the electric department, because we're going to spend some money doing the overall conversion when it comes time. And if Comcast puts in all the stuff they're going to do, there's a good possibility that the poles will be big enough, we can do what they call flyover, which we can put our lines over the top of their lines, over the top of our existing lines, and then convert it a little bit at a time. That's what Mike had to talk about. We don't know if that's gonna happen. That's a good thing. So we need to do something, on the transformers over the next couple of years. He said, the only thing I know is Duke's supposed to upgrade, and they said it would be 5 years, and then, a year ago, they said it'd be 2 years, so either 26, Mike said it should be probably 26, but we don't know. And at least 27 at the very least, but they'll probably run new higher voltage lines advance. One of the other things, when I'm supposed to speak at the EDC meeting, the 29th of January, you know that. And one of the things I'm gonna say is, last time we didn't probably get to say anything because the Jamestown, Advance, Thorntown were treated like redhead stepchildren. Whitestown, Zionsville, or Whitestown and Lebanon did all the talking. Well, I'm not gonna let that happen this time. One thing we need to advance that we don't have is natural gas. I'm gonna ask EDC why they can't push Center Point to get us natural gas in advance. They should be pushing it. If we wanna grow, we've gotta have natural gas. I'm not saying we want a bunch of white buildings like warehouses like they got, but I keep sending messages from him, to sends messages all the time looking for places to build in businesses. Well, some of the requirements are unbelievable, 125 acres or something like that. But some are maybe 20 or 30 acres, but they require not a lot of electricity, not a lot of water, but all natural gas produced. So if we don't have natural gas, that kind of kicks us out the door on creating a new business, except for the new business we got now, like smart manufacturing. So anyhow,
Can I ask real quick?
what's that?
Do you guys want to go to the state of the community that Jim is speaking at? It's at the fairgrounds.
I promise I won't cuss this.
It's still, you're.
Same shows up anyhow.
Well, I was gonna say, because the town paid for you guys to go.
The free breakfast.
It is. Are you guys doing it again?
Yeah.
Awesome. You want to go, Dale?
You will.
You will. I'll let you guys know.
It's really important that you get free breakfast. Let me assure you, they did that last time, last time, hopefully that happen this time.
That's why we all need to be there.
And we sit front and center, so you can listen to
Yeah, the thing is, they didn't let it, Gordon, I don't think that's saying anything.
you.
And
Well, they're gonna
Jamestown
have
said
to.
very little.
Yeah,
So
he's so nervous about
if they do that to us again, I'm gonna get up and walk out in the middle of the damn meeting. I think that's.
I'll follow you.
We got a question.
Yes,
Where's the natural gas coming from? Maintenance fee?
it comes out of the ground and they pump it. What do they have, what, Center Pound has a line going right to the interstate from south of 74.
Okay. Now, my next question is, did you ever get annexed from here to 74?
What are you annexing for? We're not annexing. We can't do that. It's too hard. But we can put a sewer and water district in, and if somebody wants to build, they have to buy sewer and water off us. So if they want to annex, we'll work that out.
Because you were talking about that maybe a year ago.
We've been talking about that for a long time. These are issues that I talked about, a lot of things we've been talking for a long time. Tonight, we put all this stuff kind of on the record, and now we know we have to do things, or we got Amy working hard. Can you handle all this stuff in a week or two?
And name of progress.
Wiggle your nose.
Well, share your, email us update on what you can do to get this done quickly, especially the territory deal. I think that's very important. That's, of course, next thing is fire.
We had 7 EMS calls, 3 motor vehicles, 1 cancellation. We had 11 fires, 3 hazmat calls, 3 wrong alarms, and 2 I've fallen and can't get up.
Yeah, that's true. Things, normally we run about 15 runs a month. The last year, we've been running between 20 and 30 runs a month. So I'm going to the county council in June and asked them to help us get a little bit more lit money. I went there 3 times. This time I'm going to take the lobbyists we got for IBFA, who helped write the law for 1454, and let him chew on them a little bit, because I've tried to be nice about it, and it hasn't worked. So maybe he can convince him, because he's a very good speaker. He's an old fire chief, an old 100% supporter of volunteer firemen, so he's one that says volunteer firemen should not have to spend hundreds of hours going to school for firefighting and EMT stuff, and then have to raise money out of their pockets, or get money out of their pockets to fight the fires. And I agree with you 100%. If it wasn't for the lit money we're getting out from the town, we'd have to be doing Labor Day or something. We were in tents, we were on pool water, we were on Labor Day, and we were making maybe $10,000–11,000 a year. With this, we get a lot more than that. So I have to run my guys 3 days cooking pork from midnight to noon. So these guys work really hard. Most of them are getting old, can't do anything. Billy, Gary, those guys just can't do it. So, any more on the fire reports?
That's it.
Police,
Police, we had 6 runs last month.
that's too many.
One was an accident where a wrecker backed out in front of a car driving down the road and just ripped the side of the car out.
And, he had one of them big hooks out the back that caught the edge of the car. We had somebody in town here who was at their work, called about somebody was putting a roof on their house and they paid him in advance and then they never showed up. And it was insurance, a little bit of the guy's defense, it was insurance, claim and he got an insurance check and he used their recommended vendor. So he thought he was safe paying them, but he called from Advance, had the sheriff meeting here, but it was an event that didn't occur at town.
Okay.
So it really wasn't one of our runs. Had a stray dog. We had someone called to check the welfare on a couple that was fighting. Sheriff's Department, this is at 2 a.m, the Sheriff's Department got there. They were separated. The boyfriend packed up, moved to South Carolina, and the girlfriend packed up, moved to Arizona the next day.
Good deal. Yep.
Jenna found a wallet laying in the road. She called the Sheriff's Department, and Ryan Musgrave came and got it. And then, somebody called the Sheriff's Department to complain at 1 o'clock in the morning about how fast the sheriffs are driving through town. So,
One of the things given up to the sheriffs are Jamestown or Farmham Police. Just
some of
police.
them, but he was pretty sure because it was probably a marked police car, so he used it. But that was all the runs we had for the month, so we had a good month there. The Tahoe, went to auction. I ran the auction up a couple times, I think. I don't know, maybe we went that high anyway. I was afraid to go too cheap. I was really impressed with this Government Deals website. It ended up selling for $51.50. But after the guy paid the sales tax and the commission, I think he spent $61.54 for it, so.
Okay, we have to ratify the bid
I'd like to
and motion to ratify the bid for the sale of the Tahoe.
Make a motion to ratify the bid.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
And we are only bidding 51.50 because the others 15.
Yeah, the rest of the money, they take care of everything.
Yeah, I liked it, I loved it.
Yep. And Dave Cook should be going to pick up truck sometime this week. That's all.
Okay, so
He's
now-
been sick or he's been done already.
Now that we've done it once, we kind of know what we're doing.
We don't have to run it through the bid process. We just dump it on there.
I love it.
Getting to surplus,
We've already.
We sell service.
Yeah, we've already done it.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, we just gotta get it stripped out and put it up, take a picture and put it up.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed, and good thing you ratified it because it's in St. Louis. Guy came the next day to get it.
Okay.
It was a little chaotic in the office, wasn't it?
They use a private contractor to come get it, the private contractor was in the area, so we tried to get it.
Carla hung up with them and he's like, well, I'm setting that up. And then the guy, 10 minutes later, was at our window. He's like, okay.
Carla and Sherry got paperwork done in about a half an hour, and he got loaded up and on his way. So.
Okay, the next thing is ammo invoice. What's the deal with that?
I went down and got an invoice last month, you guys voted to give me $1,500 to buy ammo.
Did you buy it?
I haven't, I went down and got an order, this is the invoice for it. Sherry wanted you guys to see it again, vote again.
Okay, invoices.
So it's for, well, you've already approved it for the 1,500, then it's 1,532, so I'll just, but because it's December and I told Rob that to be in this budget, we have to have an invoice for me to cut a check, so it hits this budget.
Okay.
So Sherry's gonna give me a check.
We'll, let's get a motion to approve the invoice.
Make a motion to approve the invoice.
All in favor, say aye.
You just let me know when you want the check.
Yeah, I will. That's enough ammo, it should last us for 3 years at least. So it's enough training, and the last thing I have is that we're getting our final training done. Sunday, December 21st, we're doing our defensive tactics, 11 PD. Kind enough, they like to include us in the training, so. Now, when another department gives us training, and let's say for some reason I have to tase somebody in a meeting, their 11's training, they're gonna be a partner in the lawsuit if we ever have one. So for them to stick their necks out to train our guys, that means they respect our guys. They know we're not gonna do anything stupid and get them sued. And speaking of lawsuits, we did have somebody fall in the parking lot at the post office this week. Diana Dawes, you remember a lady on Walnut or Nicely Street?
Mm-hmm.
Her son, the one that used to sit in the chair when she'd fall out of the wheelchair, and we go over and pick her up.
Yeah.
Well, he was coming to drop home to get food. He parked in the handicap spot at the post office. When he went back to his car, he slipped on some ice. From what I'm hearing, he fractured a vertebrae.
Ouch.
So I don't know what's gonna come from that. Carla found him. She ran over to job and got a couple of my employees to help him get up, because he's probably 400 pounds at least. But he fell to his knees and fractured a vertebrae, so just to give you guys a heads up,
Okay.
what might happen with that.
Next up is 2026 salary ordinance. We did read through, I'm sure.
It was. Yeah, because, it's like all the other salary ordinances, it's just a 2% increase across the board for everybody. And vacation and everything else is, and PERF is still the same.
Okay. Take a motion to approve the salary ordinance for 2026.
Oh, yeah, suspend the rules first.
I
Make a motion to suspend the rules.
make a motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
All fair say aye. Have a motion to salary ordinance 2026.
Make a motion. Second.
All fair say aye. Council considers
Yeah, sign it.
council consider 2026 holiday schedule. How many days is it, sure? 11?
For the employee limit is 13.
Okay,
It's always been that.
all right.
We just have, because Wednesday is Veterans Day on the 11th, we would just be on the 10th.
Okay. All right, get a motion to approve the holiday schedule for 2026.
I don't want to be here on my birthday.
I make a motion to approve the meeting schedule for 2026.
Holiday schedule.
A holiday schedule for 2026.
Okay,
Second.
all fair say aye. Okay, council consider 2026 meeting schedule.
Now, Sam, on October, because they usually do the October meeting on the Tuesday because of Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples' Day, but would it be better to have it on Monday or, I didn't know if your conference was like annual that you went to.
Yeah, it's annual, it's September sometime.
It's, I never remind my,
I don't know the date. I'm looking right now, see if I've got it.
Okay,
if that's September would be the only one.
okay,
The 14th.
That might be, because our conference is September, and it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
right. So what would be,
I don't know when, they hadn't separated.
Yeah, so you may have a conference in September, I don't know.
well,
okay, so
let me just say that the September is open until we make a modification with it.
we can
Approve everything else.
approve this and we can always amend it later.
Yes.
Yep.
Approve the meeting schedule for 2026 with the possible amendments.
I make a motion to approve the meeting schedule for 2026.
So,
All fair say aye. I got to sign nepotism form for the 2025 contractor certification.
So the nepotism is just saying that the council, they didn't hire relatives or all that. So these, hang on, these 2 years, you have to sign the grant, have deals. Got a deal, there's 2 of them. And then I got Sam's and Amanda's. And then Brad, I have some for you too, and I have some for the park. Sam, these are. There we go, I wonder. Brad, do you want me to just catch up with you? So I can-
and these mark,
And then Scott, I have some for you and Doug as well. And then I'll get with Lindsay and Greg to have them sign
Very good. That's what I was trying to prove.
their shares, and let me get, all right, there's,
Print Dale's name. on both.
oh, I will.
That's where the-
These are Scott's.
Sorry, I was, there we go. And then Keith, I have the contractor certification that we sign every year for you. We can get it out. Okay, let me write Dale real quick, so I don't forget. I remembered the other one this year.
This one here,
Yeah.
Amanda, you just sign this one.
Sam, thanks.
You got the certifications done?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, next is vote for the president of 2026.
I nominate Jim Caldwell.
Oh, wow, that was quick.
No opposing. All in favor, say aye.
Okay, you want me to read that?
You're ready.
Do you have a transfer?
And read it.
Okay, so a rainy day transfer resolution 2025-10, whereas Indiana Code 36-1-8-5B allows that whenever the purpose of a tax levy has been fulfilled and unused, and unencumbered balance remains in the fund, the fiscal body of the city or town shall order the balance of the fund to be transferred to the general fund or rainy day fund of the municipality as provided in IC 36-1-8-5.1. And whereas in any fiscal year, city or town may transfer, oh, we gotta change that, more than 10%. Thank you. Of the city or town's annual budget for that fiscal year to the rainy day fund, and because it was 15 during COVID. Whereas the town of Athens has an unused and unencumbered balance remaining in the general fund and BH local road and street funds at the end of the 2025 budget. Now therefore be it is hereby resolved by the town council of the town of Athens, Indiana, that 1,222 may be transferred from the general fund, 1,216 from MVH funds, 300 from the park fund, 250 from CCI, and 500 from CCD, totaling 3,488 transferred to the rainy day fund. Do I need a motion to suspend the motion? Make motion to suspend the first reading.
All in favor, say aye.
Does that mean we get our 300 next year?
No.
Make a motion to approve rainy day transfer resolution number 2025.
This goes in the rainy day fund.
The budget is what the budget is, what we've been set, and we don't give you any more money. Matter of fact, we may take some away from the different means.
Okay.
Yeah, I said that earlier.
We could have a couple.
The thing is, once we set the budget, we can't change it.
Right, I'm just saying,
We'd like to, and that's what I'm saying, if we get some of the pilot stuff, maybe we can put some more money back into, the biggest hit was the police and the park. And maybe we can get some more money back in.
Brad needs his money.
You know, he's got volunteer.
Just one for my pocket.
Okay, next thing is council consider deputy clerk, treasurer position bond for 2026.
Yeah, so I have, just got these. So for the town, it's got, and it's her treasurer, town marshal, park volunteers, for the position bond, and then Carla's bond, and mine. Mine is the 30,000 for the year, and then Carla's is 10,000 for the position.
That's not what it costs, that's what.
That's what the bond covers. So, I mean,
Okay. Can we get a motion to approve the bonds for the clerk, deputy clerk, treasurer, and position bonds for the park?
I make a motion to approve the bonds.
Thank you.
All in favor, say aye.
so I will get those submitted.
Council consider renewal of Matt Johnson as representative for the town of Boone County, the APC board.
Make a motion to keep Matt on as the representative for the utility.
They're not making a lot of money from what I understand. $49 a meeting, they're having 4 or 5 meetings. a month.
You guys are making money, just saying.
Okay.
So who seconded that?
All in favor, say aye. Last thing is updated agreement for 2026 to 2027, UMAC.
And, Amy, so they just, changed their, compensation, monthly for 780 from 4640. And the, to have 45 days on the, payment terms, and Amy added the verified, correct? And just some of the language, on that.
Is their contract in the end of this year?
Yes, it does.
I kind of got some problems with UMAC.
Do we have to vote on it tonight? Do we have to vote on it tonight?
I think this is one thing. I just, because I wrote this one, I didn't change it.
Who else is there?
Oh, I see. I'll just start signing, and I'll just how much it is, yeah.
I'm not for approving that tonight. Put that on the agenda.
For the year end?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can look at, you could like, who else is there?
Well, I don't know about that. I'd like to talk to Troy face to face and see what the hell's going on. Because for me, there were some things that weren't done that should have been done, and we got trouble with the state of it.
Right,
And there's some issues that should have been taken care of.
I remember that.
There's junk on the damn sewer plant for over 2 years that should have been mentioned, or brought up, and taken care of. There was weeds that should have been called in and said, fix it, and wasn't called in. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. I don't think that that's a good way to do business.
Fair enough.
So I'd like to talk to Troy if he's available, okay, face to face.
Last thing is the 1782 notice.
What happened in 1782?
So I was very excited.
I didn't know.
I was very excited because, when I did the budget this year, we came in under our max levy by $273. So I was pretty excited.
That's
about
the
it.
approval of the budget approval.
Mhm. So that's the budget approval. So, I mean, I think on our levies, we were within $30. So
Okay.
we got everything we wanted.
Question about, if we do the pilot, is that gonna be considered as part of that money? Is that gonna screw up our budget with the pilot, or is that, how would something we can add on to the budget without being penalized for this? PLC.
I don't know if that's in the estimated levies or the, I would have to look into that.
Because, you know, it's gonna be tough enough to meet our budgets and take care of it for the next 2 or 3 years before we, wait, the state's screwing us over anyhow, so how would be the answer to that? But is it gonna make us, not help us any at all with the power, or what's gonna happen with that? I think the pilot's the right idea. I think the lead tax is the right idea, but talking to the county council, it's like, they don't listen.
Well, and
They
until,
listen, but they don't do it.
until we hear what changes or amendments happen to Senate Bill 1, because you can petition the county for EMS and fire, not police, for the .4. So that would make up for your lid, but they have to approve it.
Right, yeah, that's the thing, that's, you know, like you said, it's only after they funded their budget would they approve that.
Isn't it just based off the population?
Well, it depends how they ask for it, because if they want to capture everything, yeah, there's a lot.
It's a formula that's set up by the state, was dispersed, and so far it's, let's put it this way, Lebanon, Zionsville, and Whitestown get millions.
Right.
Advance gets about 50. lower, with 50, maybe $60,000 a year, which is almost better than what we were getting, but doesn't really fund, you know,
Right,
and including the police makes sense. That's almost like he funded the police.
yeah.
Okay, building disputes. Okay, you might want to talk?
What's on your mind?
At this one time, nothing, I burn everything up.
All right, good conversation.
I did your.
I make a motion to close this meeting.
It's on purpose,
Good job, Brad, you got it done before 7.
Zip.
What do we do? We're not like,
They had Sherry.
we're not like Randy Gilbert. We can't have board meetings ever.
Let me.
Billy Bob?
I've been to those meetings.
Yeah. Randy, one of the debaters.
It's not right now.
Well, maybe it's right.